NBA facts that sound fake but are actually true, part 13. Nikola Jokic has more triple-doubles this season than the entire Eastern Conference combined. Nikola so far has 24 triple-doubles. The Eastern Conference has 19 triple-doubles as of this recording. Mark Eaton has more career triple-doubles than John Stockton and Karl Malone combined. Rest in peace to Mark Eaton. The crazier fact is that John Stockton has 0 triple-doubles out of 1,504 NBA games played. His closest was probably on February 12, 1991, when the Jazz beat the Rockets 113-92. John had 19 points, 11 assists, and 9 steals in that game. That's right, 9 steals. Dr. J. Julius Erving retired in the 1986-87 season. That's not a crazy stat, but what is that Moses Malone was the last NBA player with ABA roots still standing in the NBA. Moses ended up retiring after the 1994-95 season at age 39. Remember, the ABA only lasted roughly 9 years, and Malone's solo run as the last active NBA player with ABA beginnings lasted 7 years. That's how long he's been in the NBA. Rest in peace to Moses Malone. And while Malone was the last ABA player left in the NBA, he was not the last player to leave the ABA and join the NBA. He was technically the 8th last to do it, as he was the 5th pick in the 1976 ABA dispersal draft. The very last ABA player in existence is technically Mike Barr, who was the final pick of the ABA to NBA draft. Dirk Nowitzki had 199 teammates during his time in the NBA, 2 of which were Tim Hardaway Sr. and Tim Hardaway Jr. So far, that's the only time both a father and son played with a single specific NBA player, at 2 different points in said NBA player's career. Reggie Evans, Goran Dragic, Carl Landry, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Dunn, Steve Nash, and Danny Granger have all lost teeth while playing in an NBA game. The Toronto Raptors had the lowest free throw percentage by a team in a single game, at 0% versus the Hornets on January 9th, 1996. But to be fair, they only attempted 3 free throws that game and missed all 3. But the free throws were missed by Damon Stoudemire, who's a solid free throw shooter, and Alvin Robertson, who's an average free throw shooter. The second worst free throw shooting night in NBA history belongs to the 2018 Lakers in the January 19th game against the Pacers. They attempted 14 free throws, but only made 2 of them. 2 of those came from Jordan Clarkson, who went 2 for 3 from the stripe in that game. The team shot 14.3% from the line. George Bush was the 86th overall draft pick in the 1950 NBA draft to the Baltimore Bullets. Well, not that George Bush, but George H. Bush Jr. While Kevin Durant has 2 Finals MVPs from his days with the Warriors, not a single regular season in a Warriors jersey did he ever average more points than Steph Curry. Curry always averaged more or equal points than KD during that time. Doc Rivers, as a coach, has blown 3 series so far in which his team was up 3-1. He's been up 3-1 4 times. Doc Rivers' record when being up 3-1 is 1-3, but to be fair to Doc, he should get credit for even winning 3 games in 2003. That's pretty impressive for an 8th-seeded Magic team to take on a 1st-seeded Piston team. As for 2015, Chris Paul missed the first 2 games of that series and was technically playing on one leg once he returned, and they didn't have home court advantage. In 2020, that was in the bubble, and if there was no bubble, that Game 7 would have happened in the Clippers' home court, so who knows how that would have worked out. And then in 2022, well, they won that one. So here were NBA facts that sound fake but are actually true. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.